Welcome to our professional training series in divination, tarot, and astrology. The following training in tarot was developed for students that are going through the courses with the School of Our Divine Infinite Being. We wanted to make our training available to the general public here on YouTube, while also encouraging those interested in a career as a divination professional in astrology and tarot to check out our programs at www.divineinfinitebeing.com. We have post-graduation program assistance that you will not find anywhere else. This includes live video consultation technology, calendar booking, social share tools, affiliate program development, e-commerce, and the opportunity to take clients from the marketing efforts of our talented in-house staff. Again, you will find all of this at www.divineinfinitebeing.com. We hope you enjoy this training. Sponsored by astrologypro.com, the #1 platform for astrologers and tarot readers to operate their divination services. Today we are going to be training on the Empress card in the Divine Arcana Tarot. We're first going to run through all of the symbolism that is on the card, and then we will get further into the symbolism throughout this training. First, the Roman numeral number 3 represents the third card in the Major Arcana, signifying creation, fertility, motherhood, and growth. The number 3 also represents the triangle, the most basic of the geometric building blocks in third-dimensional space. Circles, spheres. These represent the spherical womb of the mother and the spiraling growth of the golden ratio in sacred geometry. Lakshmi. This Hindu goddess symbolizes prosperity, wealth, and the abundance of the natural world. Half moon signifies intuition, the subconscious, and the cyclic nature of life and creation. Keyword woman embodies the essence that is woman's centralizing power, being life-giving, symbolizing fertility, compassion, intuition, receptivity, and the nurturing aspects of nature. Ma Shakti. This Hindu goddess represents the primal force of the universe, the power of reincarnation, rebirth, and the fiercely nurturing aspect of the divine feminine. Goddess Aphrodite. The Greek goddess Aphrodite personifies love, beauty, and harmony, reflecting the Empress's connection to the pleasures and joys of life. The dove symbolizes peace, love, and the Holy Spirit, emphasizing the Empress's nurturing and gentle nature. Flowers indicate beauty, growth, and the blooming of potential and creativity. Radha. The Hindu goddess Radha embodies the nurturing and creative essence of the Empress card in the tarot, representing the divine feminine's role in fostering love, beauty, and abundance. Goddess Parvati. As the ultimate embodiment of a yogini, Goddess Parvati in the Empress tarot card symbolizes the union of spiritual discipline, inner balance, and nurturing power, reflecting the divine feminine's role in personal and spiritual growth. Lalita Tripura Sundari. As the ultimate yogini in the Empress tarot card symbolizes supreme consciousness, spiritual wisdom, and nurturing power, reflecting the divine feminine's role in guiding self-mastery and harmonious balance. The yogini. This is the divine feminine personified in the balance of energy and physical grace. She embodies spiritual power, wisdom, and the divine feminine energy. The lotus reflects spiritual enlightenment, purity, and the unfolding of the higher self. The swan represents transformation, grace, and beauty, reflecting the Empress's ability to evolve and bring elegance and harmony into her nurturing role. Sri Vidya or Sri Yantra. The Sri Yantra, as the essence of Sri Vidya, reflects the Empress card's divine balance, nurturing energy, and spiritual mastery, guiding the yogini's path of creation, wisdom, and harmonious manifestation. Psychology, anima. The anima represents the inner feminine aspects of a man's psyche and the mystery of the female archetype, embodying qualities of emotion, intuition, and relational depth that influence interactions and self-understanding. Astrology, Venus. Venus represents love, beauty, harmony, relationships, and the values we hold dear, reflecting how we attract and connect with others. The Empress, Roman numeral 3, the triadic essence of creation and nurturing forces in life. The Roman numeral 3 in the Empress card symbolizes the powerful triadic structure inherent in creation, reflecting the dynamic interplay between body, mind, and spirit. This triad embodies the essence of fertility and growth, emphasizing the Empress's role as a nurturer and caregiver. It signifies the blossoming of potential, where ideas are transformed into tangible realities, aligning perfectly with the Empress's nurturing qualities and her connection to life. The number 3 also highlights the importance of collaboration and community in the creative process, underscoring the Empress's ability to foster relationships and environments that promote growth and abundance. The number 3 represents the cyclical nature of existence, resonating deeply with the Empress's affinity for nature and its rhythms such as past, present, future, and father, mother, child, and so on. It connects to the natural cycles of life, such as the phases of the moon and the changing seasons, reinforcing themes of renewal and transformation. This number serves as a reminder of the harmony and balance necessary for creation, illustrating the Empress's ability to harmonize opposing forces. The significance of 3 in the Empress card encapsulates her profound impact as a symbol of creativity, nurturing, and the life-giving energies that sustain the universe. She is the result, as 2 that are linked in harmony or discord create a third between them. Being the number 3, another symbol of the Empress is a triangle. In the world of 3D graphics, triangles are the building blocks used to create virtual spaces. Every complex shape in a 3D environment is broken down into these simple, stable polygons. This mirrors the Empress in the Tarot, who represents the foundational aspects of our physical world: space, time, and existence. Just as triangles are the basis for creating virtual realities, the Empress symbolizes the geometric principles that bring us into the third-dimensional world where life and creativity unfold. The Empress of three-dimensional space-time, the sacred sphere of creation. The Empress card embodies the harmonious principles of geometry, particularly through the symbolism of spheres. Spheres are the most symmetrical shapes, representing unity, wholeness, and completeness. They symbolize the infinite potential of creation, the very essence of the Empress herself, who is the archetype of fertility, creativity, mothering, and nurturing. In geometry, the sphere is often considered a perfect shape, without beginning or end, just as the Empress embodies the cycles of life, growth, and creation. Her connection to spheres highlights her role as the mother of form, bringing the abstract into the tangible world. This form of sacred geometry emphasizes the divine feminine's power to shape and influence the material world, nurturing it with balance and symmetry. Spheres also represent the womb, the protective and nurturing space where life begins, reflecting the Empress's nurturing and life-giving qualities. Just as a sphere encases and protects, the Empress guards and nourishes the seeds of potential within the universe, ensuring they grow into their fullest expression. In this way, the Empress is not just a figure of physical fertility, but of cosmic creativity, where every form begins as an idea, a seed that she nurtures into existence. The sphere, with its infinite curves, symbolizes this endless potential, the cycles of birth, death, and rebirth that the Empress governs. Through her connection to spheres, she teaches us about the balance and harmony inherent in the natural world and in the patterns of creation that govern the universe. The ultimate sphere we are most familiar with, and one we would simply die without, is the Earth. The Earth, with its nurturing landscapes and fertile ecosystems, mirrors the essence of the Empress card in the Tarot, which embodies abundance, fertility, and the creative power of nature. Just as the Empress represents the generative force that brings life and growth, the Earth provides the sustenance and environment necessary for life to flourish. The Empress's symbolism of fertility and nurturing aligns with the Earth's role as a life-giving force, supporting diverse forms of life and sustaining ecosystems. Both the card and the planet reflect the principles of creation and growth, illustrating the profound connection between the natural world and the archetypal energies of the Empress. The golden ratio, spheres, and sacred geometry, growth and the Empress. The golden ratio, denoted by phi, is a unique mathematical construct approximately equal to 1.618. This ratio, known for its aesthetic and natural harmony, is deeply embedded in various aspects of sacred geometry. It is represented by the additional circles that surround each other on the Empress card, showing the circular or spherical growth of the spiral. Growth and the golden ratio. The golden ratio is intrinsically linked to growth patterns observed in nature, such as the spiral of a nautilus shell or the branching of trees. When applied to spheres, this ratio reflects the harmonious distribution of points or shapes, symbolizing balance and organic growth. For example, the arrangement of spheres can be modeled using the Fibonacci sequence, where the portions adhere to the golden ratio, creating aesthetically pleasing and balanced structures. Spheres and womb energy. The concept of growth within a womb resonates with the spherical shape, representing the nurturing and developmental space where new life evolves. The golden ratio can be observed in the unfolding growth patterns of embryos and in the spiral movements within the womb, illustrating an inherent harmony and balance that aligns with sacred geometry principles. The golden ratio in galaxies. This ratio manifests in the spirals of galaxies, where the swirling arms of these cosmic structures often follow a logarithmic spiral that approximates the golden ratio. This mathematical harmony is mirrored in the concept of the womb of space, a poetic representation of the universe as a nurturing, generative force. Just as the golden ratio creates visually captivating patterns, the spiraling galaxies and the womb of space symbolize the cosmic creativity and inherent order within the universe. Together, they reflect a deeper, interconnected rhythm that underlies both the formation of celestial bodies and the fundamental structure of reality itself. The Yogini, spiritual and mystical feminine power. The Yogini embodies divine feminine power, spiritual wisdom, and a harmonious bond with nature. The Yogini in the Empress card embodies deep mystical wisdom and a harmonious relationship with nature, reflecting the Empress's connection to the earth and life cycles. Yogini symbolize the path of inner growth and enlightenment, mirroring the Empress's influence on personal and spiritual development. Their attributes of empowerment, independence, and creative potential underscore the Empress's role as a powerful, nurturing, and wise figure, encouraging us to cultivate our inner selves and connect with the natural and spiritual worlds. The feminine divine manifestation of the tantric chakra centers of empowerment are rooted in the Yogini. Following the flowering process of the chakras is a successive submission to higher and higher feminine divinities until the final union of one's consciousness with the highest female divine energy. This occurs with the final flowering of the thousand-petaled lotus at the crown. Goddess Parvati, the nurturing yogini of inner strength and spiritual discipline. As the ultimate yogini, Goddess Parvati represents the divine union of spiritual discipline, inner strength, and nurturing power, perfectly aligning with the Empress Tarot card's themes of feminine wisdom, self-mastery, and the harmonious balance of inner and outer worlds. Parvati's journey as a dedicated yogini, marked by intense meditation, self-discipline, and her transformation to become a consort of Shiva, illustrates the Empress's connection to the inner journey of self-discovery and the cultivation of personal power through patience and resilience. Parvati embodies the yogini's qualities of inner harmony, balance, and self-love, reflecting the Empress's energy of self-care, emotional intelligence, and the ability to manifest desires through a centered and grounded presence. Her mastery over her own spiritual path symbolizes the Empress's deep connection with intuition and the natural flow of life, guiding one towards abundance, creativity, and spiritual fulfillment. Parvati's aspect as a yogini also speaks to the Empress's nurturing role on a spiritual level, where the card's significance extends beyond physical creation to include the cultivation of one's spiritual garden. As the ultimate yogini, Parvati encapsulates the Empress's wisdom in guiding others with compassion, empowering them through inner strength and the nurturing of the soul, embodying the divine feminine that brings balance, love, and spiritual growth into all aspects of life. Lalita Tripura Sundari, the supreme consciousness and yogini of divine wisdom. Lalita Tripura Sundari, as the ultimate yogini, embodies supreme consciousness, wisdom, and the transformative power of the divine feminine, perfectly aligning with the Empress Tarot card's themes of inner mastery, spiritual depth, and nurturing authority. Lalita's essence, as the sovereign of the cosmos, reflects the Empress's connection to the harmonious balance between the material and spiritual worlds, symbolizing the cultivation of wisdom and power through devotion, meditation, and alignment with the divine. Lalita represents the yogini's profound spiritual insight, guiding the Empress's qualities of self-awareness, intuitive understanding, and the nurturing of one's spiritual path. Her role as the supreme consciousness mirrors the Empress's ability to manifest abundance through a deep connection to inner truth, grounding her presence in both spiritual fulfillment and nurturing energy. As the ultimate yogini, Lalita's embodiment of divine wisdom and her guiding light on the path of self-realization echoes the Empress's role in fostering spiritual growth, balance, and the nurturing of life's deeper essence, showcasing the Empress as a symbol of enlightenment, feminine power, and compassionate guidance. Sri Vidya or Sri Yantra, the sacred geometry of creation and balance in the Empress. The Sri Yantra, central to the Sri Vidya tradition, represents the sacred geometry of creation, balance, and the unfolding of the cosmos, aligning deeply with the Empress Tarot card's themes of manifestation, nurturing, and the harmonious integration of spiritual and material energies. Is a powerful symbol of the divine feminine. The Sri Yantra embodies the yogini's mastery over the forces of the universe, reflecting the Empress's role in channeling creative energy, abundance, and wisdom. Sri Yantra's intricate interlocking triangles symbolize the union of the masculine and feminine principles, mirroring the Empress's balance of nurturing power and self-mastery. It represents the path of spiritual enlightenment and the nurturing of one's inner self, much like the Empress's connection to intuition, spiritual fulfillment, and the nurturing of the soul's journey. As a spiritual tool, the Sri Yantra guides the yogini in manifesting desires, cultivating personal power, and aligning with the supreme consciousness, echoing the Empress's ability to harmonize the inner and the outer worlds, fostering growth, abundance, and spiritual elevation. The embodiment of the divine feminine through the divinities of the 7 chakras. The Empress card in the tarot is a powerful symbol of the divine feminine, representing fertility, motherhood, and the nurturing essence of goddess energy. We directly link this energy to the 7 chakras from the Eastern system of Tantra and the divine goddesses that embody each of their spherical realms. The Empress, and especially the central figure of the yogini, embodies these sacred centers, channeling the life force and spiritual power through each one. Here are each of the 7 in a short list. We go much further into these principles on our website. Root chakra, Muladhara. The root chakra represents groundedness, stability, and a deep connection to the earth. In the Empress, this chakra embodies the nurturing essence of the goddess, providing a stable foundation for growth and life, much like the earth itself, which the Empress governs with her fertile energy. Sacral chakra, Svadhisthana. Associated with creativity, sensuality, and the flow of emotions, The sacral chakra aligns with the Empress's role as the divine mother and creator. This chakra reflects her ability to birth new ideas, nurture relationships, and embrace the pleasures of life, resonating with the goddess energy of Shakti in Tantra. Solar plexus chakra, Manipura. The solar plexus chakra is the center of personal power, confidence, and will. The Empress channels this energy into manifesting abundance and prosperity, embodying the goddess's strength and authority to create and sustain life. She reflects the dynamic energy of the feminine divine, guiding growth with both gentleness and determination. Heart chakra, Anahata. The heart chakra is the seat of love, compassion, and emotional balance. The Empress embodies the unconditional love of the goddess, nurturing all life with care and empathy. Her connection to this chakra highlights her role as the universal mother, embracing all beings with open arms and a loving heart. Throat chakra, Vishuddha. Representing communication, expression, and truth, the throat chakra aligns with the Empress's ability to express the wisdom of the goddess. She articulates the nurturing and life-giving power of the feminine divine, guiding others through her words and actions, much like the sacred chants and mantras in Tantra that invoke divine energies. Third eye chakra, Ajna. The third eye chakra is the center of receptivity for heart-centered intuitions, spiritual insight, divinatory experiences, and inner vision. The Empress, embodying the goddess, taps into this energy to perceive the deeper truths of life and nature. She connects the physical and spiritual realms, using her intuitive power to guide and protect, reflecting the divine wisdom of the feminine. Crown chakra, Sanhasrara. The crown chakra represents divine consciousness, unity, and spiritual enlightenment. The Empress, as the embodiment of the goddess energy, is the bridge between the material and the spiritual, linking the earthly realm with the divine. Her connection to the crown chakra symbolizes the realization of the highest form of spiritual awareness, where the goddess energy unites all aspects of existence. In this integrated view, the Empress card serves as a profound symbol of the feminine goddess energy, as understood in both the Western Tarot tradition and the Eastern system of Tantra. She embodies the full spectrum of the chakras, from the grounding of the root chakra to the divine consciousness of the crown chakra, nurturing and sustaining life in all its forms. This fusion of energies illustrates the sacred connection between the feminine divine and the spiritual journey, with the Empress guiding us through each stage of development and transformation. Lakshmi, the divine abundance. Into the Empress card, the goddess Lakshmi symbolizes the embodiment of abundance, prosperity, and nurturing feminine energy. Her presence enriches the card's symbolism, highlighting themes of material and spiritual wealth, generosity, and the nurturing care of the natural world. She calls us to the auspicious and providential outcomes of spiritual and material growth over time. Material and spiritual wealth. Lakshmi symbolizes the flow of material and spiritual wealth, and is the goddess which brings luck when taking risks and embarking new experiences associated with growth. She aligns directly with the Empress's role as a provider and nurturer of abundance in all its forms. Bounty of nature. She represents the abundance found in the natural world echoing the Empress's connection to fertility, growth, and the Earth's bountiful resources. Care and nurturance. Lakshmi's presence highlights the Empress's nurturing qualities, emphasizing her role in nurturing growth, creativity, and well-being. She is the wife of Vishnu, the preserver and protector of the universe, where she, as his consort, provides the abundant nature of experience to all of existence. Generosity and compassion. Lakshmi's attributes of generosity and compassion mirror the Empress's nurturing nature, encouraging harmony and well-being within her domain. To be compassionate and loving towards friends, family, and even those who are unfamiliar is to worship Lakshmi. Divine feminine power. As a goddess of abundance and prosperity, Lakshmi enhances the Empress's spiritual authority and power, emphasizing her influence in promoting prosperity and well-being. Just as Lakshmi radiates with incredible attractiveness, bestowing abundance and grace upon those who honor her, the Empress embodies the nurturing and creative force of the divine feminine, symbolizing fertility, beauty, and the flourishing of life. Lakshmi, on the Empress card, has a magnetic presence, drawing in the energies of prosperity, love, and harmony, and illustrating the powerful and transformative nature of feminine beauty and strength in the universe. Ma Shakti, the divine creatrix in the Empress. Ma Shakti, also known amongst the Shakti Hindus as Ma Kali, symbolizes the foundational and dynamic energy that permeates the cosmos. In the Empress card, this energy manifests as the creative force behind all life and growth, and therefore also the gates of death and reincarnation. It underscores the Empress's role as a nurturing and life-giving figure, fostering abundance and fertility in both literal and metaphorical senses. Power of creation. As the embodiment of Shakti, Ma Shakti signifies the power of creation and manifestation. In the Empress card, this is reflected in the lush landscape, abundant flora, and symbolic imagery of fertility, such as wheat sheaths and flowering plants. These elements illustrate her ability to bring forth and sustain life, emphasizing creativity, productivity, and the birth of new ideas or ventures. Nurturing aspect of the divine feminine. Ma Shakti represents the nurturing aspect of the divine feminine, characterized by compassion, care, and fierce motherly protection. Ma Kali is the rich dark soil of all existing things. She is the source of its nutrients, and she is that which takes one, upon death, back into her rich soil for preparation of rebirth. Kali destroys barriers for her devotees. Not only does she sustain one through her supportive presence, she destroys all barriers, encouraging growth, healing, and spiritual development. This aspect is seen in its furthest development in Arcana 13, Death, associated with Scorpio. Integration with the Empress archetype. Integrating Ma Shakti into the Empress archetype enhances our understanding of her multifaceted role. She is not only a symbol of earthly fertility and maternal care, but also a representation of spiritual potency, fierce, even bloodthirsty protection, and creative power. This integration emphasizes the Empress's capacity to inspire and empower, urging us to embrace our own creative potential and connect with the divine within with fearless integrity and a willingness to completely destroy barriers and overcome obstacles. Radha, embodiment of divine love and creativity. Unconditional devotion and the nurturing power of the divine feminine. Radha's presence in the Empress card emphasizes themes of unconditional love and unwavering devotion. Known for her profound spiritual love for Krishna, Radha embodies the highest form of selfless affection that transcends the material world. This aspect highlights the Empress's role as a nurturing caregiver, capable of providing boundless support and compassion. Radha's influence underscores the Empress's deep emotional connection and her capacity to foster growth and creativity through nurturing love. Radiance of divine love. Radha, as the embodiment of divine love and devotion, represents the pure and unconditional nature of love that transcends all earthly concerns. In the Empress card, this is mirrored through the card's lush, fertile imagery, symbolizing the nurturing and abundant nature of divine affection. Just as the Empress represents fertility and the flourishing of life, Radha's divine love is the sustaining force behind creation and the nurturing of the soul. Nurturing aspect of divine love. Radha's nurturing aspect is characterized by her selfless devotion and deep emotional connection. She exemplifies a love that is both tender and empowering, creating a space where spiritual and emotional growth can thrive. This nurturing is reflected in the Empress card through symbols of abundance and care, such as the flourishing landscape and the symbols of fertility. Radha's presence in this context emphasizes a loving and supportive environment that fosters growth, creativity, and personal transformation. Integration with the Empress archetype. Integrating Radha into the Empress archetype deepens our appreciation of the card's representation of love and nurturing. Radha's divine love aligns with the Empress's role as the source of fertility and abundance, highlighting the transformative power of love in all aspects of life. This integration underscores the Empress's capacity to inspire and cultivate, urging us to embrace the divine love within ourselves and to nurture our own growth and creativity. Radha's influence brings an additional layer of spiritual depth to the Empress, emphasizing the power of love to heal, empower, and bring forth new beginnings. Goddess Aphrodite, embodiment of sensuality and harmony. Divine muse of love and beauty, nurturing harmony and infusing life with sensual joy and abundance. The presence of the goddess Aphrodite in the Empress card accentuates the card's core themes of love, beauty, and harmony. This Greek goddess of love and beauty, whose Roman counterpart is Venus, personifies the sensual pleasures and aesthetic joys of life. Her central influence in this card highlights the Empress's deep connection to sensuality, artistic expression, and the celebration of beauty, especially that of the female form in its allure, vitality, and fertile strength. This alignment reinforces the Empress's role as a nurturer, fostering not only physical growth and fertility, but also cultivating an environment rich in love and aesthetic appreciation. Additionally, Aphrodite symbolizes the Empress's ability to create and sustain harmonious relationships. This connection emphasizes her role as a figure of balance and emotional fulfillment, nurturing both physical life and emotional well-being. The presence of Aphrodite encourages the Empress to embody compassion and understanding in her interactions, promoting healthy connections that flourish in love and beauty. This nourishing quality is essential for fostering supportive environments that nurture growth and creativity. Ultimately, Aphrodite's presence in the Empress card reinforces the importance of embracing pleasure, beauty, and harmony in all aspects of life. This divine embodiment enhances the Empress's power to enrich life through creative expression and nurturing relationships. By celebrating beauty and harmony, the Empress, inspired by Aphrodite, cultivates a vibrant, fulfilling existence that honors the joy and richness of life itself. Half Moon, symbol of manifest intuition and cycles of life. The half moon in the Empress card symbolizes her profound connection to intuition, yet it represents more than mere inner knowing. It is the culmination and manifestation of those intuitions. Unlike the Priestess, who embodies the source of intuitive knowledge, the Empress reflects the tangible outcomes that arise from inner wisdom. The half moon, therefore, signifies not just a guide through the subconscious, but the result of what was intuited, manifesting in the physical, mental, and emotional realms. In the Empress, the half moon highlights her role as the creator and nurturer of those intuitive insights, bringing them to fruition in the world around her. This celestial symbol emphasizes her ability to take the seeds of intuition planted by the Priestess and nurture them into fully realized forms, whether they be ideas, relationships, or creative endeavors. Her deep attunement to the cycles of intuition and manifestation allows her to guide others in bringing their inner visions to life, fostering personal growth and emotional fulfillment through the realization of these insights. Moreover, the half moon represents the cyclical nature of creation and the natural rhythms that the Empress governs, while the Priestess is connected to the mysterious and the initiation of these cycles. The Empress ensures their continuation and completion. The waxing and the waning of the moon mirror the stages of birth, growth, and fruition, which are integral to the Empress's essence as the guardian of life's processes. In embodying the half moon, the Empress is depicted as a figure who not only honors the unseen forces, but also brings them into the light, transforming hidden potentials into realized outcomes. This balance between the conscious and subconscious, the known and the mysterious, enables her to foster environments where holistic growth can occur, ensuring that the full spectrum of human experience is nurtured and celebrated. The Empress, guided by the half moon, is the embodiment of creative manifestation, turning the potential of intuition into the reality of life. Flowers, the flourishing power of nature's beauty. Symbols of beauty. Flowers serve as powerful symbols of beauty, encapsulating the essence of life's vibrancy. Their diverse colors and intricate shapes reflect the Empress's extraordinary ability to cultivate stunning environments that inspire joy and creativity. This emphasis on beauty underscores the importance of nurturing aesthetic experiences, enriching the world around her. Embodiment of growth. Each flower is a vivid representation of ongoing growth and transformation, perfectly mirroring the cyclic nature of life that the Empress embodies. These blooms illustrate how dedicated nurturing can lead to profound development, reinforcing the Empress's vital role in guiding individuals and situations toward their fullest potential, fostering an atmosphere where growth is not just possible but inevitable. Expression of creative potential. Flowers symbolize the blossoming of creative potential, acting as dynamic catalysts for artistic expression. They inspire individuals to explore their inner beauty and unique talents, resonating deeply with the Empress's mission to ignite creativity and empower others to pursue their passions without fear or hesitation. Representation of abundance. The presence of flowers in the Empress card powerfully signifies the richness and abundance that arise from love and nurturing relationships. They serve as a profound reminder that a caring environment can yield extraordinary results, illustrating how attentive nurturing leads to the flourishing of life and the realization of potential in all its diverse forms. The dove, embodying peace, love, and nurturing energy in the Empress. The dove in the Empress card stands for a powerful symbol of peace and love, perfectly encapsulating the nurturing essence of the Empress. This gentle bird embodies the Empress's unwavering commitment to fostering harmonious relationships and creating tranquil environments. By representing peace, the dove emphasizes a vital role of compassion and understanding in nurturing connections, encouraging an atmosphere where love can thrive. This reinforces the Empress's identity as a caregiver and supporter, dedicated to cultivating growth in both individuals and communities. The dove is also intricately linked to the Holy Spirit, representing divine inspiration and spiritual connection. This association deepens the significance of the dove within the Empress card, highlighting her profound connection to the spiritual realm. Dove's presence signifies the Empress as a channel for higher wisdom and nurturing energy, essential for fostering personal and collective transformation. This spiritual dimension emphasizes the Empress's role in promoting a deeper understanding of life's sacred nature. The integration of the dove into the Empress card invites individuals to embrace love, harmony, and inner peace as guiding principles in their lives. By embodying these qualities, the Empress encourages a holistic approach to existence, where nurturing relationships and personal growth are intertwined with spiritual fulfillment. The dove serves as a powerful reminder that true nurturing comes from a place of love and peace, inspiring individuals to cultivate these values in their own journeys. The swan, the grace of transformation and elegance. Facilitating significant change with poise. The swan in the Empress card embodies profound transformation and elegance. Known for its graceful transition between water and air, the swan mirrors the Empress's ability to facilitate significant change and growth in her nurturing role. This symbolism underscores her talent for guiding others through transitions with poise, enhancing their journey towards personal and creative evolution, cultivating beauty and refinement. The swan also highlights the Empress's deep connection to beauty and refinement, with its association with purity and allure. The swan reflects the Empress's role in cultivating an environment where creativity and abundance can thrive. Her presence brings a touch of elegance and harmony, enhancing the richness of her surroundings. The swan represents the Empress's skill in navigating different realms of existence. The swan's effortless movement through both water and air signifies her ability to manage and harmonize various aspects of life, from practical matters to emotional depths. This duality emphasizes her role in maintaining balance and fostering a nurturing environment where all forms of growth and beauty can flourish. Empress keyword, woman, the essence of femininity in its fullest expression. The keyword woman in relation to the Empress card of the tarot encapsulates the essence of femininity in its fullest expression. It reflects the natural cycles, intuitive wisdom, and creative power that define the feminine experience. As a symbol of beauty, nurturing, and life-giving energy, the Empress embodies the strength and mysteries inherent in womanhood, from the rhythms of the moon to the deep emotional and psychic connections that guide her in the world. This archetype celebrates the profound influence of the feminine, nurturing growth and fostering creation in all its forms. Cycles and rhythms. The keyword woman, in context of the Empress card, emphasizes the natural cycles that define the feminine experience, particularly the connection between a woman's ovulation cycle and the lunar phases. Just as the moon waxes and wanes, a woman's body follows its own rhythms, symbolizing fertility, creation, and the potential for new life. This cyclic nature reflects the Empress's role as the guardian of life's processes, embodying the continual flow of birth, growth, and renewal. Psychic intuition. Women are often recognized for their innate psychic abilities and deep intuitions. As the Empress, a woman's intuitive nature is highlighted, showcasing her ability to sense and understand the unseen forces that shape our emotions and experience. This intuitive wisdom allows her to guide others, nurture their growth, and create environments where emotional and spiritual development can flourish. Physical allure and beauty. The keyword woman also speaks to the physical allure and beauty that are often associated with the feminine. The Empress embodies this aspect through her connection to the natural world, symbolized by the lush landscapes, fertile fields, and blossoming flowers. A woman's beauty, like that of the Empress, is not just superficial, but deeply rooted in her connection to the earth, her creativity, and her ability to bring life and love into the world. Maternal patience and nurturing. A woman's role as a mother is central to the Empress card. The keyword woman emphasizes the patience, care, and nurturing that are intrinsic to the feminine. Just as the Empress provides the growth and development of all living things, a woman's maternal instincts guide her in caring for others, offering unconditional love and support. This nurturing aspect is vital to the Empress's energy, ensuring that life flourishes under her gentle, watchful eye. Creative power and life force. The keyword woman encapsulates the creative power inherent in the feminine, symbolized by the Empress's role as the source of life and creativity. A woman's ability to conceive, nurture, and bring forth new life is mirrored in the Empress's dominion over the natural world. This creative force is not limited to childbirth, but extends to all forms of creation, including art, ideas, and community, reflecting the boundless potential of the feminine to inspire and shape the world. Venus in astrology and the Empress in tarot. In both astrology and tarot, Venus and the Empress share a profound connection, symbolizing love, beauty, fertility, and abundance. In many ways, the Empress is the playing out into multiple forms of the archetype of Venus. Venus, the planet of love and harmony, mirrors the Empress's nurturing and creative energy, making these two archetypes resonate deeply with one another. Together, they embody the essence of femininity, the pleasures of the material world, and the power of creation. Love and relationships. Venus governs love, relationships, and attraction, and this energy is reflected in the Empress card. The Empress embodies the nurturing, caring aspects of love, symbolizing a deep connection with others. Just as Venus influences our desires for intimacy and affection, the Empress represents the fulfillment of those desires through nurturing bonds and compassionate relationships. Beauty and aesthetics. Both Venus and the Empress are symbols of beauty and art. Venus rules over the appreciation of aesthetics, while the Empress embodies the beauty of nature and the physical world. The lush surroundings in the Empress card highlight her connection to the natural world's beauty, symbolizing fertility and the creative forces that bring beauty into existence. Fertility and abundance. Venus is associated with fertility and abundance, themes that are central to the Empress card. The Empress represents the fertile ground from which life springs, just as Venus governs the fruitful aspects of life, from personal growth to the prosperity that comes from creativity and love. The Empress's connection to fertility also speaks to Venus's role in governing reproduction and the life-giving forces of nature. Material comfort and pleasure. Venus rules over pleasure, luxury, and the enjoyment of material comforts, which are also symbolized by the Empress. The Empress card speaks to the joys of physical existence, sensuality, comfort, and the pleasures of the senses. This connection emphasizes the importance of enjoying and appreciating the material world, as Venus and the Empress together remind us of the joy found in life's simple pleasures. Creative expression. Venus encourages creative expression through art, music, and other forms of beauty, a theme echoed in the Empress's role as a creator and nurturer. The Empress is a symbol of creation, not only in the literal sense of giving birth, but also in the broader sense of bringing new ideas, projects, and beauty into the world. This creative energy aligns with Venus's influence on artistic endeavors and the expression of beauty in all its forms. The relationship between Venus and the Empress in tarot is one of deep resonance, with both embodying the feminine principles of love, beauty, and creation. Venus's astrological influence enhances our understanding of the Empress, enriching her symbolism with themes of fertility, abundance, and the joy of living. Together, they represent the harmonious blend of nature and nurture, creation and appreciation, love and beauty, reminding us of the powerful and nurturing force of the feminine in our lives. The psychological attribution of the anima archetype to the Empress. In Jungian psychology, the anima represents one of the most significant and complex aspects of the unconscious mind, personified in a woman and hidden within men. Carl Jung, Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst who developed analytical psychology, introduced the concept of the anima as a key archetype that embodies the feminine qualities within a man's psyche. The anima is not just a singular figure, but a dynamic and evolving presence that influences a man's emotional life, creativity, and relationships. It often manifests in dreams, fantasies, and projections, serving as a bridge to the unconscious and a guide to deeper self-awareness. Jung believed that the anima is crucial for achieving psychological balance, as it allows men to integrate and understand the feminine aspects of their nature. Jung described the anima as the archetype of life itself and emphasized its role in fostering personal growth and transformation. He explained that the anima is the personification of all feminine psychological tendencies in a man's psyche and can appear in various forms, from a nurturing mother figure to a seductive siren, depending on the individual's psychological development. The role of the anima. Jung saw the anima as a mediator between the conscious and unconscious mind, often appearing in dreams and fantasies as a way to communicate hidden emotions and desires. He noted that the anima is always a bit ahead of where the man is consciously, leading him towards self-discovery and individuation, the process of becoming one's true self. The development of the anima. The anima develops in stages throughout a man's life, beginning with the mother image and gradually evolving through various phases as a man matures. Jung identified 4 stages of anima development: Eve, Helen, Mary, and Sophia. Each stage represents a deeper level or integration and understanding of the feminine, moving from the purely instinctual to the spiritual and wisdom-oriented aspects. The anima as a guide. For Jung, engaging with the anima is essential for personal growth. By confronting and integrating the anima, a man can achieve greater emotional depth, creativity, and spiritual insight. The anima in the world of forms. In the world of forms, women can be seen as manifestations of the anima. Their allure, beauty, and physical presence often point to this deeper archetype, drawing men into relationships that mirror the inner dynamics of the anima. This projection of the anima onto women can lead to both idolization and misunderstandings, as men seek in the external world what is ultimately an internal experience with the divine feminine. Jung believed that every man carries within him an eternal image of woman, a reflection of the anima that influences his perceptions and interactions with women. Women and the anima. While the anima is traditionally considered a masculine archetype, women also experience this energy. In many ways, they are open expressions of it, albeit in a different form. For women, the anima can manifest as a guiding inner figure that represents their connection to the masculine aspects of their psyche. This can take the form of a wise mentor, a heroic figure, or a creative muse. Women's relationship with the anima is often linked to their own individuation process, helping them to first deeply identify with their own feminine power and then work towards integration with their inner masculine qualities to achieve greater psychological balance. What does the Empress mean in a tarot divination reading? The Empress in tarot embodies fertility, abundance, and nurturing energy. She symbolizes creativity, growth, and the natural world's bounty. In a divination reading, the Empress encourages the seeker to embrace their nurturing side, cultivate their creative talents, and appreciate the abundance in their life. She signifies a period of productivity, emotional fulfillment, and connection with the beauty of the world around them. Understanding the meaning of this card in a tarot throw. Up to this point, you have been learning about the intricate details and symbolic meaning associated with this particular card of the Greater Arcana. In the following section, we will delve into various categories and scenarios of interpretation that may present themselves in a reading for you or a client. First, let's review factors that may influence your decision and choice of interpretation. Intuitive read on yourself or a client. Personal connection. Your personal connection or the client's connection to the card can influence its meaning. Tune into your intuition to gauge how the card resonates on a deeper level. Emotional state. Consider the emotional state of yourself or the client, as this can affect how the card's message is perceived and interpreted. Spiritual sensitivity. Be aware of any spiritual sensitivities or inclinations that might shape the card's significance. Placement in a specific tarot layout. Position in the spread. The position of the card in the tarot layout significantly impacts its meaning. For instance, its presence in the past, present, or future positions can alter the interpretation. Role in the layout. Understand the role of the card in specific placements, such as the challenge position or the outcome position or the advice position, each of which offers a unique perspective. Context of the spread. Different tarot spreads, serve different purposes, e.g. Celtic Cross, 3-card spread, relationship spread, and the card's role can vary accordingly. Relationship to other cards in the throw. Complementary cards. Look for cards that complement the one in question, enhancing its themes and messages. Contradictory cards. Identify any cards that might contradict it, suggesting a need for balance or highlighting areas of tension and conflict. Major Arcana influences. The presence of other Major Arcana cards can intensify the significance of the card, emphasizing major life themes and spiritual lessons. Suit influence. The suits of surrounding Minor Arcana cards, wands, cups, swords, or pentacles, can provide context and detail to the card's message, such as emotional insights from cups or intellectual clarity from swords. Now that we have taken the journey through the symbolism of this card of the Divine Arcana Tarot, let's journey into several relevant points within a divination reading. As you have already noticed, there is much repetition in this training. For our students, this is very important. You will see now how much of the symbolism you have been learning about is repeated in the different categories of a tarot divination reading. The Empress in a divination reading. Astrological representation. Venus. The Empress card is astrologically associated with Venus, planet of love, beauty, and abundance. Venus's influence in the Empress card highlights the importance of nurturing, creativity, and the appreciation of life's pleasures. Just as Venus embodies the qualities of love and harmony, the Empress represents the nurturing, life-giving force that encourages growth, fertility, and the creation of beauty in the world. This card emphasizes the power of attraction, the joy of creation, and the nurturing of both oneself and others. Nurturing and compassion. This card embodies the archetype of the mother, representing care, nurturing, and unconditional love. It encourages you to show compassion to yourself and others, and to create a space where growth and healing can flourish. The Empress may indicate a period where you need to be more nurturing or where you will receive nurturing from someone else. Creativity and fertility. The Empress is a powerful symbol of creativity and fertility, both literal and metaphorical. If you've been considering a new project, artistic endeavor, or even the prospect of starting a family, this card is a strong affirmation. It encourages you to tap into your creative potential and to trust in the process of bringing something new into the world. Abundance and prosperity. As a symbol of abundance, the Empress suggests that you are entering a phase of prosperity. This doesn't only apply to material wealth, but also to the richness of experiences, relationships, and personal growth. It's a reminder to appreciate the abundance already present in your life and to share your blessings with others. Connection to nature. The Empress card is a call to reconnect with nature. It may be advising you to spend more time outdoors, to appreciate the beauty and balance of the natural world, or to draw inspiration from nature's rhythms. This connection can be a source of healing, grounding, and renewal. Divine Feminine. The Empress embodies the divine feminine energy, representing intuition, receptivity, and the power of the feminine principle. In a reading, this could be assigned to embrace these qualities within yourself, or to honor and respect the feminine influence in your life. It is about finding strength in empathy, intuition, and emotional intelligence. Empowerment and self-worth. The Empress encourages you to recognize your worth and to empower yourself through self-love and acceptance. She represents a confident, assured presence that knows her value. This card may be prompting you to assert your needs, or to take care of yourself, and to step into a role of leadership in your personal or professional life. Harmony and balance. The Empress is associated with harmony, particularly in relationships and within oneself. She suggests that you seek balance in your life, perhaps by harmonizing your work and personal life, or by finding inner peace. This balance is essential for creating a life that feels fulfilling and joyful. Manifestation of desires. As a card of fertility and growth, the Empress also symbolizes the manifestation of your desires into reality. It is a positive sign that what you've been working towards is coming to fruition. It encourages you to remain patient and to trust that seeds you've planted will soon bear fruit. Sensuality and pleasure. The Empress is closely tied to the senses and the enjoyment of life's pleasures. She encourages you to indulge in the beauty around you, to take pleasure in the simple things, and to nurture your body and soul through experiences that bring you joy. This card invites you to embrace sensuality and to celebrate life's rich sensory experiences. 10 common card placement positions. Past influence. Upright. The Empress in the past position signifies a time of nurturing growth and creativity that has deeply influenced your current circumstances. This could have been a period of personal development, flourishing relationships, or the successful completion of a creative endeavor. The lessons of love, care, and abundance from this past phase continue to support you in your present journey, reminding you of the power you have to create and sustain positive outcomes in your life. Reversed. In reverse, the Empress in the past might indicate a period where you struggled to express or receive nurturing and creativity. This could reflect a time when you felt blocked, disconnected, or unsupported, possibly leading to unfulfilled potential or stunted growth. These past challenges may still influence your present, urging you to heal from those experiences and reclaim your creative and nurturing energy. Present situation. Upright. When the Empress is drawn in the present position, it highlights a current phase of abundance, creativity, and nurturing energy. You may find yourself in a period where you are particularly attuned to the beauty of life, your relationships, and your own creative potential. This is a time to fully embrace and enjoy the fruits of your labor, as well as to continue cultivating what is most important to you. The universe is supporting your growth and prosperity right now. Reversed. Reversed, the Empress in the present position suggests that you might be facing challenges related to self-care, creativity, or nurturing. You could be feeling creatively blocked, disconnected from your sense of abundance, or overwhelmed by the demands of caring for others without attending to your own needs. This card urges you to address these imbalances and to find ways to restore your connection to the nurturing, abundant energy that is available to you. Future outcomes. Upright. In the future position, the Empress forecasts a period of growth, creativity, and fulfillment ahead. This is a promising sign that your efforts will lead to a harvest of abundance, whether that be in personal achievements, creative projects, or relationships. You can expect upcoming opportunities to nurture your dreams and see them flourish. Prepare to embrace a time where you will feel more connected to your creative instincts and the people you care about. Reversed. When reversed, the Empress in the future position may indicate potential delays or challenges in achieving your desired outcomes. There might be unresolved issues related to self-care, creativity, or nurturing that could hinder your progress. This card suggests that in order to reach your goals, you may need to address these blocks or learn to care for yourself and your projects in a more balanced way. Obstacles or challenges. Upright. The Empress as an obstacle suggests that you may be facing difficulties in areas relating to nurturing, creativity, or abundance. Perhaps you're struggling to manifest your desires, maintain balance in your relationships, or find the inspiration to move forward. This card might also indicate that you are giving too much of yourself without receiving the necessary nourishment in return, leading to feelings of depletion or frustration. Reversed. Reversed, the Empress as a challenge can point to deep-seated creative blocks, feelings of inadequacy, or issues with self-nurture. You may be doubting your ability to create or sustain growth, or you might be experiencing emotional or physical burnout. This card advises you to confront and overcome negative patterns or beliefs that are preventing you from fully embracing your creative and nurturing capabilities. Advice or guidance. Upright. When the Empress appears as advice, it encourages you to fully embrace your creativity, nurture yourself and others, and cultivate a mindset of abundance. Focus on the areas of your life where you can foster growth, whether that's through your relationships, personal projects, or self-care routines. This card advises you to approach your situations with love, compassion, and a sense of generosity, trusting that the more you nurture, the more you will receive in return. Reversed. In reverse, the Empress as advice suggests it's time to address any issues that might be hindering your self-care, creativity, or capacity to nurture. You might need to prioritize your own needs or find ways to break through creative blocks. This card calls you to be honest with yourself about where you might be neglecting your well-being or holding back your creative potential. Focus on healing and restoring balance so that you can move forward with renewed energy. External influences. Upright. The Empress in this position indicates that external influences are positively contributing to your growth, creativity, or abundance. You might be receiving support and encouragement from those around you, or perhaps your environment is particularly conducive to nurturing your goals. This card suggests that the conditions around you are ripe for creativity and growth, providing a fertile ground for your efforts to thrive. Reversed. Reverse the Empress as an external influence may indicate that negative factors or challenging circumstances are affecting your creativity or abundance. You might be dealing with unsupportive people, a draining environment, or external pressures that hinder your ability to nurture your goals. This card advises you to be aware of these influences and to take steps to protect your energy and well-being, even if it means creating boundaries or changing your surroundings. Hopes and fears. Upright. The Empress in this position reflects your deep hopes for growth, abundance, and creative fulfillment. You may be yearning for a time of prosperity, love, and nurturing, where your efforts and rewards and your creative visions come to life. However, this card also touches on the fear that these desires may not be realized, or that you may not be able to sustain the growth you seek. The Empress encourages you to trust in your ability to create and nurture the life you desire. Reversed. When reversed, the Empress in the hopes and fears position may represent fears of inadequacy, failure, or a lack of fulfillment. You might be worried about not achieving your creative goals, or about being unable to nurture and care for the people and projects that matter to you. These fears may stem from past disappointments or from a lack of confidence in your abilities. This card encourages you to face these fears head-on and to focus on building self-belief and resilience. Outcome or resolution. Upright. The Empress as an outcome suggests a positive resolution that involves creativity, abundance, and growth. This card indicates that the situation you're facing is likely to accumulate in a harmonious and fulfilling outcome, where your efforts and rewards and your goals are achieved. You can expect a sense of satisfaction and contentment as you reap the benefits of your hard work and nurturing energy. Reversed. Reversed, the Empress in the outcome position may indicate that there are unresolved issues or obstacles related to creativity, self-care, or nurturing that could prevent you from achieving your desired outcome. It suggests that in order to reach a positive resolution, You may need to address these challenges and focus on restoring balance in your life. This card encourages you to be patient and to work through any blocks before expecting the final result. Current influences. Upright. When the Empress appears in the current influences position, it signifies that the energies around you are fostering growth, creativity, and abundance. Your current environment, relationships, or mindset are likely supporting your personal development and nurturing your goals. This card suggests that you are in a phase where the conditions are right for positive outcomes, and it's a good time to focus on what you wish to grow and cultivate in your life. Reversed. Reversed, the Empress in this position may suggest that current influences are hindering your creativity or abundance. There might be negative factors such as stress, conflict, or lack of support that are affecting your ability to nurture yourself or your projects. This card advises you to take a closer look at what might be blocking your progress and to find ways to mitigate these negative influences. Key theme or lesson. Upright. As a key theme, the Empress represents the importance of nurturing, creativity, and abundance in your life. This card emphasizes the lessons of learning how to cultivate and appreciate these aspects, whether through self-care, relationships, or creative pursuits. It's about understanding the power of love, care, and growth, and how these energies can shape your life in positive ways. Reversed. Reversed, the Empress as a key theme may indicate that the lessons you are facing involve overcoming creative blocks, addressing issues with self-nurture, or learning how to restore balance in your life. This card challenges you to confront and resolve any obstacles that are preventing you from fully embracing your creative and nurturing potential. It's about finding ways to heal and grow even in the face of difficulties. Exploring the Enigma. Unveiling the wisdom of the Empress card in Tarot through the insights of occult visionaries.
Aleister Crowley. The Empress is the symbol of the door or passage between different planes of being. She is the bridge by which we cross from one world to another. The Book of Thoth. Rachel Pollack. The Empress represents nature in all its forms, as well as the power of women and the Great Mother. She does not act from reason, but from experience and intuition. 78 Degrees of Wisdom, a Book of Tarot. Arthur Edward Waite. She is the inferior Garden of Eden, the earthly paradise, all that is symbolized by the visible house of man. She is above all things universal fecundity and the outer sense of the Word. The Pictorial Key to the Tarot. Mary K. Greer. The Empress shows us how to nurture ourselves and others, teaching that true abundance comes from a state of receptivity and openness to life's experiences. Tarot for Yourself. Jodorowsky and Costa. The Empress, when contemplated as an archetype, reveals that creativity is not something that is done, but something that flows naturally when we are in harmony with the world. The Way of Tarot, the spiritual teacher in the cards. Sally Nichols. The Empress is the embodiment of Mother Nature. She represents the fertile, regenerative forces of the earth and symbolizes the creative powers of the unconscious. Jung and Tarot, an archetypal journey. Paul Foster Case. The Empress signifies multiplication, growth, and development. She is the symbol of universal productivity, whether in the material or in the spiritual realm. The Tarot, a key to the wisdom of the ages. Eden Gray. The Empress represents fertility, beauty, and the abundance of the natural world. She is the Great Mother who gives birth to ideas, nurturing them to fruition. A Complete Guide to the Tarot. Lon Milo Duquette. The Empress is Venus, the feminine principle of love and creation. Her power is not in doing, but in being, nurturing, attracting, and drawing towards her the forces of life. Understanding Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot. Brigitte Esselmond. The Empress is the essence of femininity, abundance, and creation. She brings new projects, ideas, and births into life, all while nurturing a sense of safety and love. The ultimate guide to tarot card meanings. Teresa Reed. The Empress is a powerful symbol of growth, beauty, and abundance. She encourages you to embrace your feminine energy and connect with the natural world. The Tarot Coloring Book. Liz Dean. The Empress suggests fertility, creativity, and maternal love. She embodies nurturing energy, making this a card of abundance and new life. The ultimate guide to tarot. Michelle T. The Empress is the creator. She is both an artist and a mother, a fertile force that invites you to create your own world, just as she has created hers. Modern Tarot, connecting with your higher self through the wisdom of the cards. Annabelle Wen. The Empress represents the archetype of the Great Mother, symbolizing nurture, prosperity, and the manifestation of ideas into reality. She is the channel through which creativity flows. Holistic Tarot, an integrative approach to using tarot for personal growth. Jessica Dorr. The Empress teaches us that growth is a cyclic process, and in order to create, we must cultivate patience, trust, and a connection to the rhythms of nature. Tarot for Change, using the cards for self-care, acceptance, and growth. Barbara Moore. The Empress represents creation in all forms: art, relationships, ideas. She is a reminder that the act of nurturing is essential for the fruition of any endeavor. Tarot for Beginners, a practical guide to reading the cards. Stephen Bright. The Empress is the archetypal mother, offering you love, security, and growth. She brings forth abundance and invites you to enjoy the beauty of life. The Tarot, your essential guide to reading the cards.